All right, here we are. This is still Olive Butte. You know, it's difficult on the camera when you're playing it back. You can't really tell how steep this is. I'm figuring it's about 15 to 20 percent pitch. And here's my truck in its parking place. That gives you an example. It is up on a big bump right there. But this is my truck earning its keep. This is our new 250-gallon water tank we're going to install. We found a spring down the hill, so we're going to we're going to hide it in a hole for the winter here, and then next spring we'll sink it in a hole down at the spring, pipe water into it, and come up with some way to pump it back up. This is the cage it came out of, and I figure we can use that for something. Maybe collaring the vertical shaft when we start digging it, or cut it down and make a wagon out of it, or something. We'll make it work for us. Let's see. All right. Tools of the trade, all our water, trommel. Really wanted to use the trommel. It would have cut down on all the classifying. You just shoveled it into buckets and poured into the wet-fed trommel, but it didn't work because we're so short on water. It wastes too much. We had to build a elaborate recirculating system, and the trommel just lost too much water for us because it spits the wet rocks out the far end. Never did get the rock crusher working. Piece of crap. Our water jugs. I mean, all in all, this is a nice place to spend the day. Little squirrels and chipmunks come visit, drink out of our tubs. So I just sit here on my perch and feed the trommel, the sluice, I mean. Oh look, the water level's gotten to poop. That's my self-feeding idea. It just washes the rocks as fast as it does. Anyway, the pump gets all gunked up with the tree debris that's floating on the top. You have little screens around it, around the pump, but it still gets clogged every 15 to 20 minutes. I'll show you where we're leaving it. So that's what John did. I don't know how many yards that is. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 yards of a hole. And as he was classifying, he was collecting different rock types and specimens. And we'll crush most of these, take them home, get the rock crusher running, and crush it. But anyway, here's all this dirt. This is waste rock. We're on the waste pile. The tailings of this pit, which used to be a shaft. And we have found gold in this waste, so we know there's gold from, it came up from the shaft, so I'm just going to keep working it. Here's my lovely version of a multi-staged recirculating pond. So then you get different settlement, stuff settling in each one, so it doesn't make it down to the pump. But as you can see, the pump's got all this crap around it, the floaters. Anyway, that's the setup. And this was the last run of the season. We'll be packing up today and tomorrow, wash all this stuff, and roll out of here.